welcome back everybody to another episode of Carry On. I'm super excited today because I'm a tatted veteran. I don't know about you guys, but tattoos are a big part of our culture when it comes to being a veteran. And today I have David Aston with me. Yeah, man, if you want, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is David Aston. I live in Bangor, Maine. I was in the Army Reserves for 8 years with the 94th Military Police Company out of Saco, Maine. Now I am a tattoo apprentice, making my way to become an artist, and I'm also a strength coach when I'm not doing that.
That's fucking awesome. I guess that slipped my mind, man, that you're a fucking MP.
I don't like MPs either. It's cool.
Yeah, you're my arch nemesis for the infantry. Okay, man. So, when did you join, and how long did you serve?
I joined back in 2008 while I was a junior in high school, and then as soon as I graduated, I went to basic and MP school.
Okay.
I was like 3/4 of the way through that when they told us we were going to Iraq. So I was only home for a couple months before we started to train for that. And then back in 13, 14, I went to Afghanistan, then got out in 2016.
Okay. So you went to Iraq when? When was that?
2010 and 11.
Okay. And where in Iraq were you at?
Yeah, we were in Baghdad.
Okay.
Yep.
Were you guys in BIOP or offset from that?
Parts of our unit we were off on a little cob there in the middle of the city.
Okay.
And, really good experience.
For those of you watching who don't know BIOP, it's Baghdad International Airport. So within what they call the fucking green zone, right?
No, the green zone was a little bit off to the side of that. It's just closer to the river.
Okay, awesome. I've never been to Iraq myself, but I'm actually going there later this year. So
that'll be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. We'll see. Okay, so you did Baghdad, your first deployment, and then you said Afghanistan, 13, 14. Where were you at?
Bagram.
In Bagram. Okay, nice, dude.
Yeah, that really sucked. Lots of fucking saluting for no reason.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's fucking Disney World.
Pretty much.
Fucking every 10 seconds you're saluting somebody.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about those deployments, man. Like, how was the Iraq deployment? What actually were you guys doing?
Well, I mean, like compared to other jobs and definitely earlier in the war, it totally wasn't as bad as it could have been. I mean, there was still a little bit of close calls and, stuff that I definitely didn't come to terms with. And at the time, I think I was too, mentally immature to realize that. So when I came home, I had a lot of issues that I just didn't deal with and ended up just, fucking pissing away money and ruining relationships, just, pretty much fucking up everything I could. And I dealt with that from 2011 to 2013 when I just decided, fuck this, I'm going to Afghanistan. And I volunteered for a deployment on a week's notice and filled in for one of their guys that dropped out. So okay. I think, yeah.
So as in, I'm assuming then that you had some maybe direct contact fucking engagements or something in Iraq that kind of, rub you wrong, or what was it?
Not so much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, dude, I was a young kid that, I guess had no real idea of, what a deployment was. And it's just being that heightened adrenaline the entire time. There are a lot of explosions that were close enough to, rock my insides. But, I mean, thank God I never, actually had to, shoot anybody, or I never got blown up myself, so.
Okay.
Just stuff that, your normal 19-year-old doesn't experience.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me because, I mean, at that age, you're still developing as a person.
Yeah.
You're still growing, so being taken from a normal environment and thrown into fucking Iraq,
yeah.
That's going to fuck with you.
It was my first, real life experience. So when I came back, I guess the way I think about it is just, I never had any, anything else to compare life to, so that's the military was all I ever knew.
Yeah, that was your life.
Yep.
Okay, so Afghanistan, what happened there? Where'd you go in Afghanistan?
We were on a little camp off of Bagram called Camp Sabalu Harrison, and we were essentially just babysitting the Afghan army to run a prison humanely after we left. So that one,
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry, humanely when it comes to Afghans. Like,
humanely, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
okay.
fucking a. That one was like not nearly as like stressful, like explosion-y wise or anything like that. But I mean, like, were you in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I went there twice myself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, I don't know if like you feel the same way, but just like waking up every fucking day and seeing the same fucking mountains and the same fucking people, and the same fucking worries.
yeah,
And if nothing else, it just like that just like wears you away.
yeah,
So
man. Well, how long were you there for that one?
fuck, they called us back early. I think we were only there for like 6 or 7 months.
Okay, so it's still a decent chunk of fucking time to be, sucking in fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Okay, so between the two deployments, what are the significant differences that you saw between the two different AOs and the differences in you as a soldier, between young Joe in Iraq and, grizzly fucking, salty fucking veteran when you go to Afghanistan.
Yeah, no, definitely the saltiness was the big difference. Because I mean, by that point, like because I was dealing with fucking post-deployment depression from Iraq and just really wanted to be immersed in the military life, that was my thing. But like, I was just super salty about everything. Like they were supposed to bring us home by Christmas, and they're like, "No, we're gonna extend you for like 3 months just because we can."
Yeah, why not?
Dude, all right, I got a fucking certificate of participation from Afghanistan. Like the NATO commander gave everybody in our unit a certificate of participation.
Okay, I've never fucking heard of that. What the
I
fuck?
fucking know, right? Like,
Wait, so it's not the NATO award. It was a legit fucking certificate of participation.
yeah. I mean, they gave us the NATO like the little ISAF medal, but I mean, like in addition to our certificate of participation.
That's fucking crazy. I've never fucking heard of that. Okay. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you came home after Afghanistan, you know, did you immediately get out of the reserves? Was your time up, or did you have a little more time to give them?
I had a little bit more time, but I was pretty sour. Mainly because I had put in for my promotion to E5, and I was waiting to get put on the PPRL. And I guess my packet got sent to like a reserve command on the West Coast, and they decided to shred it or something.
Because
But
they didn't know who the fuck you were, right?
yeah, so like even though like I had passed the boards and stuff, they're just like, no, you gotta put in your packet again and everything like that. So I think that's what really ruined it for me.
Fucking E4 Mafia for life, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let me backtrack just one sec. You talked about post deployment depression.
Yeah.
Now, that is the first time I've ever heard it identified as that, because like I've always kind of recognized that there was a level of depression that we experience when we come home, and really I think that can kind of gets lobbed in with PTSD and stuff, but hearing it called post deployment depression, like that's fucking brilliant. Like that ever occurred to me to fucking call it that, but that's genuine. That's fucking real.
Yeah, I mean, like I would absolutely be doing everybody that actually suffers from PTSD a disservice by saying, "Oh, I had PTSD," and no, I mean, like I don't think I ever saw or experienced anything so dramatic that it would make that happen. But just like being taken out of a situation like that, where I mean, like it's fucking high octane. I mean,
Yeah.
even as being there is high octane, and then you get home and nobody understands, and you have to like just fall back into normal everyday life. It's like
Yeah.
the way it was explained to me is like I think that we sometimes get caught up as like everybody needs to pay attention to me because I just came back from Iraq or Afghanistan. But the reality of it is like we did, and that's really cool, but like we have to fall back in line to what's going on back here because
Yeah.
it's been going on here too.
All the accepted and normal behaviors and fucking attitudes and shit. I fucking get that, but I'm actually I'm gonna steal that term from you, man, if you don't mind, because
Yeah, no, please.
that's fucking brilliant. Oh my god, like that might be a game changer right there, because I've never heard that before.
I think it's the best way to describe it. I mean, this is like falling into a rut
Yeah,
because I don't know what to fucking do.
yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know if you have any kids or a wife or anything, but it echoes very much like postpartum depression. You
Yeah.
know, and that's man, that's dude, you just blew my fucking mind with that. So I'm gonna ponder on that for the rest of the fucking day. Um,
Happy to help.
okay, so since you were reserves, you know, and did you have a career already kind of set in place coming back and getting out of the reserves, or were you just kind of starting fresh as soon as your fucking DD-214 was in hand?
I was at that time. I had no purpose. I was just working a semi dead end job as a security officer, and I think that was the big thing. Like I had no direction. I was like, oh, well, it'd be cool if I did get a promotion and I could, do security stuff
Okay.
even more. But like, it's not really what I wanted, and I think that's what I lacked for the longest time was any kind of purpose.
Okay. So and that's like the key thing I keep hearing being brought up with everybody I interview is and even guys I talk to is finding that purpose. You know, when you no
Yeah.
longer wear the uniform, the army's great about giving you a purpose for existence, and then when that's gone, the army doesn't really prepare you for that question, asking yourself like, all right, what the fuck is my purpose now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, so what changed? Like what did you end up doing?
Well, when I came back from Afghanistan, I was still dealing with like all the issues that I had from Iraq that I refused to acknowledge, and then the smaller host of issues I got from Afghanistan. I was like, dude, I need to fucking buckle down and actually go talk to someone and get help.
Yeah.
I think that's hard, but like what I got out of seeing my counselor here at the Bangor Vet Center, which was fucking instrumental in my transition, was that I just needed a purpose. Like helping other people and impacting their lives is what essentially changed me. So I became a personal trainer.
Nice.
And yeah, that's where it all started. And once I had a job that was, helping me help other people, I started to feel a lot better about everything.
Fuck yeah, man. And I think that ties in directly to, in military service, you feel like you have a purpose of serving someone other than yourself.
Oh,
You're serving a
absolutely.
higher purpose. So being a personal trainer, I mean, that fucking maps almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so what inspired you to get into doing tattoo work, man?
Well, I've always really liked art. Like ever since I was little, I've always been drawing. And when I was growing up, I was told that like even though I practiced it like on a weekly basis, that I'd never make a career out of art. So I abandoned it during Afghanistan, and then after I just was drawing a lot. I drew about my experiences over there, and I landed my first graphic design job just by chance, and that's when I realized I could make a career out of it. I taught myself like the Adobe Creative Suite to help with graphic design. Eventually went off with my own thing and was drawing like tattoo designs for people. After that, that's when I was offered my apprenticeship for tattooing, and the best job I ever had. Like, it's great.
That's fucking awesome, man. So how long have you been doing the tattooing now?
I have been doing that for around about a year and a half now.
Okay. And
You
and
know,
how long does the apprenticeship usually last?
well, some states are really regulated like that, like hours wise and stuff, but Maine doesn't have something, akin to that. So it's really more of like a when you're deemed ready kind of thing.
Okay, so when the master says you're fucking
Yeah.
you're good to go, you're good to go.
Yeah, very different from the Army. It's like no promotion points or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so what's up, guys? Hey, thank you for watching part one of my interview with David Aston. If you like the interview and you want to see part two, check back in next week, and it'll be up there. If you want to see some of the other carry-on interviews I've done, over here in the bottom left should be a little box showing you to go to all the playlists, and over here in the top right-hand corner, it's going to be a link. Click on that link, subscribe you to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know every time I put up something new. Other than that, love you guys, hate you guys, shit's gonna buff out.